Okay, hello everyone. This side, hello everyone. Last benchers, hello. This side, last benchers. This side also. I've always been a last bencher, so I'm very wary of the last benchers. Yeah. So while I've done an engineering and then I did an MBA, I always identify myself as LLB, which is Lord of Last Bench, right? And I heard something very important announcement just before I took the stage. The announcement said that there's a 10 minutes break after my session. So it was an indication for me to rush, hurry up, and ensure that I give a break to all of you, right? Not so long ago, I was one amongst you. I still vividly remember my first day of induction when me, my friends who were very new to Pune and to, of course, Balaji Institute of Modern Management, we were here getting inducted, honestly waiting for the breaks, lunch breaks, tea breaks, so on and so forth. And then life happened. We will cover that and we'll try to cover that in some time. So this is one of my presentations which I run for the professionals who are tenured, but I've tried to design it for somebody who's newcomer to the corporate world, right? And we call it as O&D presentation. Just for my understanding, can I know how many of you have come with an work experience? Can you raise your hand? Awesome. And can I request anybody who has come with an HR experience to just stand up? Just stand up. HR experience. Nice. 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 Right. So three of you should not ask me many questions. You're from my fraternity, right? Sit down. Okay, good. So, okay, I have the slides here. Right. Okay, what is O&D presentation, right? So the idea is simple, and I have to give it to Gaurav. He has covered most of it. It is going to be a repetition, but I'll try and make it interesting for you. Okay, and towards the end, I have a surprise for you as well, right? So this is you, all my dear friends. Those are not zeros, they are O's. What I'm trying to say is you have certain thought processes, beliefs, values, which you have, which has given you success that you've reached this important stage of your life where you've taken admission in one of the most renowned MBA colleges in India, right? So you are filled with O's, which is your individual personal beliefs. That's humble me. I have graduated from O to have some D's, right? My curves have become more straight lines. Life has hammered me and made those curves as straight lines. So that's me. Now, my idea is that I'll share a few things with you, and I'm hoping, okay, it's my hope. I don't guarantee you, I don't expect it, but I'm hoping that you will pick up some of the D's from this presentation and inculcate them so that you also see a grand success in your life, in your career. Is that okay? Are we open to listening? Last benchers? When I say last benchers, all the last benchers should respond here. That's more like it. Okay. So, this is something that I just wish to share with people, with students, with my juniors who are at this important juncture of life. As I mentioned, I don't guarantee that this is something that's going to give you a success, but I can assure you this will help you a lot in your career, in your life, right? I'm a certified coach. I coach executives. I'm not a life coach, so I cannot give you lessons on your life, but I can definitely help you with your profession. So, my first point, know yourself. Okay. This is where it all starts. It all starts with you. You are the most important person at the moment in this room and probably for rest of your life. We always prioritize our boss, we always prioritize our company, we always prioritize our college, our curriculum, our studies, but we never prioritize ourselves. I think I was doing the same mistake, but things started changing for me once I attended a workshop which was more of a self discovery workshop. When I was a student, college used to do some such workshops, and I'm hoping that you will also have an opportunity. So you need to learn about yourself. Okay, you need to know what are your skills, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, What are you fantastic at? What are the things that you think you cannot do? It's very important to know what you cannot do, right? How many of you are in HR? Right, there's a reason you chose HR and not marketing. How many of you are in marketing? There is a reason why you chose marketing and not HR, right? So you've already made that choice, right? I want you to spend some more time, know yourself, think about yourself, okay? Get to know yourself, and that is what will help you in this, okay? I think Gaurav mentioned it. Life is all about change, right? There's only one constant in life, which is change. The picture that I've picked up is a tree. You can see this tree. It is going through so many seasons, but the tree is here to stay. Correct? I'm sure you want to be like tree. You want to weather the storms. You want to go through the summers. You want to go through the harsh winters, and you want to become a very strong and a big tree. A tree which houses many things, a tree which blooms. But for that, you need to know, accept the fact that change is only constant, and you need to devise your strategies to handle the change. We'll speak about it in a while, right? Investment. Okay, in my humble view, these are the three most important investment. Your investments in your fixed deposits, in your stock market, in your mutual fund, in your real estate, they are beneficial only if you are investing in your health, in your learning, and your skills. My personal reason for including health there is I had a tough time during COVID. I don't know whether I should share it. I had COVID 4 times, okay, and it was terrible for me. It was actually terrible for me. That was the time I decided to take my health more seriously, become more health conscious, eat better, drink better, smell better, feel better, and that changed the first thing. The things that I was learning changed. The skills that I was picking up changed. And I think that was the time when I picked up the coaching assignments, and I am very happy to be a coach as well. So know that once you grow in your career and you have some disposable income, while you will have a lot of temptation to invest in material things, do invest in yourself. Invest in your health, eat good, healthy food, invest in your learning. Each one has a different learning style. Some may learn online, some may learn through audiobooks, some may learn through experience. That's why the first slide, know yourself and adopt to your learning style and learn. I used to read, but then the problem with reading is you can read only so much, and to read you need to sit and focus and read, right? At the best that I have finished is 12 books in a year, and that was after devoiding myself of everything else. 12 books in a year is extremely difficult because you have an office, you have to commute to office, you have meetings, you have your family commitment, and then weekends you have other things also to do, right? So I switched to audiobooks. Okay. Now, when I'm driving to office, if I'm not in a call, I can listen. When I'm in a flight, I can listen. When I'm doing something else, probably, cooking, doing some else chores at the home, I can still listen. And this really changed me. When I used to read topics that I used to like. But when I started listening to topics that were not my interest, but I just wanted to listen to them. Well, I agree that when you read, your retention is much higher. When you're listening, your retention is much lower. But my Audible tells me that I finished 52 titles in last year, and that's far more than 12 titles in a year, right? So I'm sure my average is much more than whatever the 12 books gave me. Skills, yes, each one of you need to know your skills, need to know where you want to head and develop the skills. This is a shifting sand, and we will talk about it a little later. Okay. The stretch assignments. Okay. Nobody loves stretch assignments. You ask anybody to do any additional work, they will say, "Itne paise mein itna hi milega," right? But that did not work for me. I always took stretch assignments. I was an HR business partner, but I took consulting assignments. I took the additional assignments of partnering with some of our top accounts to give them very specific interventions and grow them. And I'm very happy to tell you that while there are companies who don't achieve $1 billion revenue, my account was making $1 billion for my company. It's a big thing. So stretch assignments, they add a lot of value to you. They are called stretch assignments because it's a stretch. You will stretch, you will go through a lot of pain, but with that pain comes learning, with that pain comes experience, which is very helpful, which will always add value to you as a professional. Next point. Yeah, this is my favorite slide. Okay, and this I have kept it from even the seniors. Progressing towards the moments that matter, right? Uh, Now, I'm sure you would have heard or seen the reels of Steve Jobs where he's saying that he learned calligraphy during his Harvard days. Have you heard that? Have you seen that? And do you remember that he said that because he learned calligraphy as an additional subject, he could introduce that as a font in the Apple ecosystem? Yeah. So nothing goes waste. Nothing at all goes waste. Whatever you learn, whatever you upgrade, stays with you, and everything is pushing you towards a moment that's going to matter for you in future. Today, you know, I mean, I can't give you a better example. Have you heard of that story where some kids were caught in a flash flood in some Southeast Asia place? Some underground cave. It was in Thailand or some place, right? The divers who saved them, those divers, when they finished the assignment, they said that it feels like our entire life preparation was for this moment. I think that's the inspiration for me. You will do a lot of things, you will learn a lot of things, but know that everything is pushing you towards that one moment which is unknown. You will not know about it unless and until you face that moment, that situation, and you do your best. So, know this, think strategically, think in a right manner, learn things, absorb things, do right things, and move on. The picture is also amazing. Okay. If you see, people are moving in one direction, and then there is one black sheep who took a diversion, probably went to finish his higher education, do some specific learning which he or she could not do earlier, and is returning. Right. That person is also moving towards his or her that moment which will define his or her career. So know that you are progressing towards moments that matter, right? Being relevant, do I need to talk about it, right? I passed out in 2007, and my curriculum and the curriculum that you guys are learning, it's so much different. The curriculum itself is made relevant. Do you think you would benefit from learning what I have learned? Of course, you would benefit, but you definitely need to know a lot of other things that are today's demand. In my own organization, where we are bringing in AI intervention, professionals who have been doing the work for last 20 years, who are known global experts in their field, they are going through this change. They are becoming relevant by picking up the right skills. This correlates to the first point that change is only constant and you have to be relevant. Be a Roman in Rome, right? Okay. My last slide, success is unique. I don't need to introduce anybody on this screen. They are all most famous people. And I want you to look around at the pictures of Bala sir, right? He is the epitome of success. His success came when most of his colleagues had retired. So your success will come at your time. Some will get the success with their first job, some may get it with the second job, some may take advice like Gaurav did from his senior, from his mentor, and switched. That's his success, that's his moment of glory. For me, probably the success is yet to come. For Gaurav, I am sure his success is yet to come. He's very successful, but the best of him is yet to arrive. So your success will also come. Your success will be different. For that, you need to do all that I told you earlier. Know yourself, be relevant, pick up the skills, invest in yourself, right? And keep moving. You all will have to define your own success story. You can take inspirations from your seniors like us. Maybe we have taken a little more beating in the market and we know two things more than you, but my success can be an inspiration, it cannot be a roadmap for you. You will have to define your own roadmap and you will have to move forward on it. It's not going to be easy. Uh, it's not going to be a straight line. Success is never a straight line. Success is always a combination of success, failure, 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 one success, failure, 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 one blockbuster, average, 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 and success. So define your own success, know your strengths, know yourself, design your success, and most important thing is change is constant. So whatever you decide today is going to change tomorrow. Whatever I did in my career when I started in 2007 and my leaders did in 2007, I as a leader am definitely not doing most of it today. We have changed. The definition of success has changed. The definition of strategy has changed. The definition of execution, well, that remains mostly the same, but the way we execute has changed. So look for inspiration, but define your own success. I've rushed through, but that brings me to the end of my discussion. We can open it up for questions if you have any. And I'm very hopeful that you picked up some of the D's, if not all. Thank you.